Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. Nella, I'm glad that you made a video. It was nice to see your face, and also, it's nice to have a video to respond to because I was gonna be struggling for a topic again, but like really struggling for a topic. Um, so, it's nice to have uh, um, things to respond to, something that I don't have to pick out myself. I'm sorry about your mouth pain. That sucks. I wish I had something like better to offer than that, but just that sucks. Um, yeah, I don't think I have anything deeper than that. I wish that I did. Um, Books. I'm glad that you were talking about books. Books are good. Um, I feel like I remember you talking about Middlemarch when you read it, but I don't remember the discussion. Um, if we had any kind of like discussion or like specifically what you said about it. I haven't read Middlemarch or any George Eliot that I can think of. I have a hard time because the brain fog. The brain fog makes it very difficult to concentrate on stuff. So like that's why I read so much like lightweight stuff because I have to have something that I can concentrate on well enough. Um, Also, somebody else said this recently, and like I hadn't really thought about it this way, but like when they said it, I was like, oh right, yeah, that makes sense. Is that with MECFS, like one of the things that is a problem in terms of exertion is not just physical exertion, but also mental exertion and emotional exertion as well. So like anything that's really like heavy, either emotionally heavy or like really dense text or anything like that, takes a lot of effort, and that translates into like, you know, MECFS problems because then you lose energy from that and then you can't recover. So that is a problem. Um, this is not where I intended to go with this discussion. I just wanted to talk about books. Why am I doing this? Um, Northanger is also my favorite Jane Austen, so like solidarity there. Um, Henry Tinley is my favorite. I believe also Phoebe's because I remember talking about this a while back. So yes, good choice. I like Northanger Abbey. There is a web series. I have just remembered this. There is a Northanger web series back when there were like a million literary YouTube series. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I'll put a link in the description. I still have the link someplace. Um, it was made by, I mean, it's pretty low budget, like in terms of production quality, but like it was made by I it was made by like an acting troupe in the UK, I believe. I can't really remember. It's been a while, but yeah, it was cute. It was fun. They updated it. It's like a modern um, thing, and it was fun. Um, no, I'm confusing that with a different one. Hang on. I'm getting my Austen web series confused. There was a Northanger Abbey. There was also a Mansfield Park. The Mansfield Park one was the UK acting troupe. There was also a Northanger Abbey one, and I can't remember the name of it either. I'll put both of them in the description if I can find them. I have them somewhere in my bookmarks, so I will look them up. Um, Let me think. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say some more stuff about Austen. Oh, Persuasion. Persuasion also like Persuasion is okay. I don't have a problem with Persuasion, but like it has a lot of very like vocal adherence. People really love Persuasion, and I don't. I like Persuasion okay. There are things about Persuasion that I like, but it's overall it's also not my favorite one. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of with you on Austin's. I also like Mansfield Park, which like a lot of people don't because they think that Benny is like a sort of wet mop. Um, but I like Mansfield Park. I don't have a problem with Mansfield Park. I like all Austin really, but like I feel like I always feel a little bit bad about saying that I don't like Emma that much, and it's not because I don't like the story, and it's not because I you know how there's that thing that Jane Austen said about how she didn't think that anyone would like Emma, the character, very much except for her, and she's not entirely wrong. Like I think a lot of people do find Emma really likable, but I kind of just want to like shake her a little bit all the time. And like, I get very exasperated with her because she's really, really self-absorbed and she doesn't necessarily grow as much as I would like her to. That said, however, I do think that Clueless is a modern classic and I love it very much. And I think that Cher, on the other hand, actually grows a lot. Um, I have a lot of feelings about Clueless actually, but this particular video is probably not the correct place to talk about it. Um, you were also talking about Frances Hodgson Burnett, and I have read The Secret Garden a lot of times. I don't know, a bunch, many times. I used to read it a lot as a kid, and I really like The Secret Garden. I read A Little Princess once, but I was an adult. I think I was like in my 20s. I didn't read it as a child because I didn't have a copy of it. Um, and I have no idea whether our local library did or not. Our local library was not like ideal. I went sometimes as a kid, but not that much because it was not really worth going. Um, so I haven't read that much Burnett. Hodgson Burnett? I don't know. I don't know if Hodgson is part of her last name or not. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't read that much. But that's a good idea. I should maybe do that. Um, yes, I will keep that in mind. Good. Thank you. Um, what else was I going to say? There's another thing. We also have a tiny kitchen, so your tiny kitchen is cute. Um, we have a like a galley kitchen, and it's really narrow, like it's really a galley kitchen. Like sometimes if you Google galley kitchens, you will get a lot of pictures of like these very large rooms that just happen to be long. But that is not what we have happening. No, like our kitchen is like just wide enough for someone to walk through. There's like if you want two people to go past, you both have to turn sideways. Um, it's very our whole house is just really like why? Why is it like this? And the answer is because my grandparents built it like in the post-war boom, um, when they were I don't know when they got married, but they must have been a pretty young couple in terms of like I don't know what year they got married, but they must have not been married for a really long time. Um, so we're talking like the late 40s, I believe, is when they started building the house, and they built it kind of in bits because they couldn't afford to build the whole thing, so they built kind of in sections. And they made design decisions that are just like, why would a person do that? What would possess you to do that thing? And then also they had problems apparently like some of their contractors did not do what they were supposed to do, so like things are just weird. Um, so basically, yeah, basically everything in our house is really strange, including the kitchen, which is just like I do not know why a human would design a kitchen like this, and I blame it on my grandmother. Part of the issue, uh, this is like a reasonable design decision given what she was working with, because the issue is like one of the many weird bits about the kitchen. This one is the less weird bit, is that she was a lot taller than my mom and I are. Like she was like 5'8" or something. And my mom's 5'5" and I, as you know, am 4'11". So all of our kitchen counters are like up here, and I'm like, I can't do anything on the kitchen counters because they're like, I have to sort of lift my elbows up over them. Um, but on the other hand, we have very little in the way of kitchen counter space, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Um, I don't know why I'm talking about kitchens. I'm just, words are just coming out of my mouth. So I guess I'm done. Like, I have talked for more than 10 minutes and nothing that I have said has been interesting or relevant. So I guess I'm done. This can be the end of the video. Um, I hope that your mouth feels better. I hope that you. What are the dogs doing out there? Did you hear that loud thump? Something terrible. Undoubtedly. Like, it's something bad is happening out there because that's just what happens with puppies. Um, I should probably go check on them, see what they've broken or eaten. So okay, I love you all very much. And oh sorry, made everything bounce. And I will see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.